Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to share with you general science objectives. If you are a CSS aspirant and if you are preparing for Screening Test 2022 and CSS 2022 descriptive exam, then this video is for you. And if you are a PMS aspirant, then you should also watch it. Let's get started. I am going to share with you general science objectives collected from the past papers. When the resultant of all the forces acting on a body is zero, the body is said to be in a state of equilibrium. Gamma rays are similar to X-rays. The separation of ordinary light into its constituent colors is known as dispersion. If a body weighs 600 kg on the surface of the earth, then the weight of the same body on the surface of the moon will be 1/6, that is 100 kg. When a bullet penetrates into a target, the kinetic energy of a bullet is converted into mechanical energy. The process of digestion begins in mouth. Sometimes when white blood corpuscles greatly increase in number, they cause a disease called leukemia. The principle of wireless telegraphy was discovered by Signor Marconi. The planet nearest to the Sun is Mercury. Pressure cooker works on the principle that the boiling point of a liquid increases with the increase of pressure. Copper is the best conductor of electricity. Blood cells are manufactured by bone marrow of the body. The smallest organism which causes disease is virus, and even smaller is called viroids. Neutron, electron, and proton have neutral, negative, and positive charges respectively. Of all the flying machines that man has made, only rockets are suitable for space flight. Transistors do not need a warm-up period because they have no filaments. If an object gives off its own light, it is said to be luminous. An electric heater would be most likely to produce IR radiations. The Kelvin scale of temperature is called the absolute scale. The type of radiation that is unaffected by a magnetic field is called gamma rays. If we know the mass of an object and the force applied on it, it is possible to calculate acceleration of the object. Active transport in animals and plants required metabolic energy and concentration gradient to carry the substances across cell membrane electrical gradient. Diseases that spread through air are called airborne diseases. When iron is less in body, the quantity of hemoglobin in cell decreases. Arteries become hard due to deposition of fats and cholesterol in them. The science of study of old age is called gerontology. The instrument used for measuring the velocity is called anemometer. The science which deals with the bird is called ornithology. The function of the thermostat in a refrigerator is to maintain temperature. Blotting paper absorbs ink because of the action of capillary. Mirage is an example of reflection of light. The age of a tree can be determined by counting rings of stem. In a normal resting man, the rate of heartbeat is 72 per minute. In Pakistan, copper is found in Sandak. American Space Shuttle Mercury Atlas 6 is the first winged spaceship to orbit and return to airport landing. Myopia is a defect of vision which does not permit to see clearly the distant objects. The brightest planet is Venus. Urea is not a phosphorus fertilizer. Ibn Battal was a renowned Muslim botanist. Cellulose is natural polymer. Vitamin A and D are not water soluble. Amoeba is a unicellular animal. Solar eclipse occurs in full moon. Leprosy is a disorder of the nervous system. Chlorofluorocarbons cause decomposition of ozone. Quartz is chemically a silicate or silicon dioxide. Chicken egg is composed of one cell. Visible light energy has the wavelength range of 400 to 700 nm. The particle with positive charge but having mass equal to that of electron is called positron. Gas in children's play balloons going upward is hydrogen. Iron corrodes due to the formation of iron oxide. Starch is a polymer of glucose. Adrenaline is secreted by the adrenal gland. Mars planet is nearest to the Earth. The process of conversion of a material from solid state directly to the gaseous state is called sublimation. Bacteria are parasites. Ruby is an oxide of aluminium. In the Australian continent, nights are larger than days in June. Gypsum is not hydrated calcium carbonate. Uranus is the coldest planet. Chromite ore contains chromium oxide. Mica is a non-conductor of electricity. Sun is not the biggest star in the universe. The capacity to do work is called energy. The energy possessed by body due to its position is called potential energy. Kitab al-Manazir is publication by a famous Muslim scientist about optics. Nucleus usually lies in the center of animal cells. Calcium and phosphorus are the essential elements of bones. Proteins are formed by combination of amino acids. Rainwater dissolves sulfur dioxide to form sulfuric acid. The set of instructions given to the computer is called command. Chemicals such as penicillin, which act on bacteria, are called antibiotics. Comet Shoemaker Levy 9 hit the planet Jupiter in July this year. A branch of medicine studying blood and its disorders is called hematology. Cytology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of structure and function of cells. A biological study of external form and structure of living organisms or their parts is morphology. An academic and applied discipline which involves the scientific study of human or animal mental functions and behaviors is called psychology. A study of the chemical composition of the Earth's crust is called geology. In a heat engine, heat energy is changed into mechanical energy. Frequency of audible sound is 20 to 20,000 Hz. Deficiency of vitamin B causes beriberi. Cheapest source of producing electricity is water. The smallest unit of measurement of wavelength is angstrom. The chemical generally used in refrigerator is freon. The unit ton to specify air conditioners is equivalent to 12,000 BTU per hour. Unit of electricity, kilowatt hour, is the unit of power. Periods of famous Muslim scientists is 7th to 13th century AD. Heat radiation travels at a speed equal to speed of light. Cryptogams are non-flowering plants. Reserve food material is usually stored as starch in plants and glycogen in animals. Streptococcus is a gram-positive bacterium. Spinach is a good source of vitamin K. Insulin is a hormone secreted by the pancreas. Femur is a bone of the leg. The moon has no atmosphere. Excessive burning of the fossil fuels causes acid rains. 21st of the June is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Electricity is the secondary source of energy. The outermost layer of the earth is called crust. Newton is the unit of force. Radium was discovered by Madame Marie Curie. The memory of the computer is expressed in bytes. AIDS is caused by human immunodeficiency virus. Chemical name of gypsum is calcium sulfate. Molten superhot material present inside a volcano is called magma or lava. Richter scale measures the severity of earthquake. pH of blood is 7.3 to 7.4. One of the countries through which equator passes is Kenya. Purest form of iron is wrought iron. Hippo is a solution of sodium thiosulfate. Cold liver oil contains vitamin D. Aorta is an organ of the circulatory system. Planet Mars has two moons. Bauxite is an ore of aluminium. Circular aperture which appears as a dark spot in the eyes is called pupil. The speed of light is nearly 300,000 km per second. Ideally, water can be used as a car fuel after electrolysis. Our eye is very sensitive to blue light. Al-Biruni died in 1048 AD. Abu al-Sina born in Iraq. Blue color has shortest wavelength. Light travels fastest in vacuum. The universe is expanding. The disease hemophilia is caused by deficiency of vitamin K. Protein is a natural polymer. Astronomers cannot be nominated for the Nobel Prize. A sheet of muscles called diaphragm separates the chest from the abdomen. In human body, blood clotting factors is produced by the platelets. Human blood is able to carry a large amount of oxygen because of hemoglobin. The living part of a plant cell is composed of a nucleus and cytoplasm. The pattern for building protein molecule is stored in the messenger RNA. Anvil and stirrup are names of bones present in the ear. The front of the eye is covered with a tough transparent material called cornea. The young plant inside a grain of wheat is called the embryo. Inborn behavior that involves only one part of the body is called reflex action. The smallest branches of an artery lead into tiny blood vessels called capillaries. A Strachyan tube belongs to ear. Cartilage is a connective issue. Auricle is present in heart. Tendon is a muscle. Dendrites are the part of neuron. In an animal cell, protein is synthesized in the ribosome. Chemically, fingernails are made up of protein. Muscle stiffness is symptom caused by the disease tetanus. Riboflavin vitamin B2 is not affected by cooking. Thiamine is vitamin B1. Ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Rickets is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. The number of chromosomes spermatozoon is 223. The fat in our food is digested by the enzyme lipase. The most abundant element in the human body is oxygen. Sound is a form of energy. A fraction of sunlight is reflected as it enters the Earth's atmosphere. Rainbows are produced by the reflection of light through raindrops. Light switches in our homes are connected in parallel series. Generators convert mechanical energy into electricity. Modern incandescent bulbs do not contain filaments made of copper. Trout is not a sea fish. Epiphytes are a plant that grows upon another plant. Hepatitis is the inflammation of liver. Meningitis is inflammation of membrane surrounding the brain. Equinox is the time when the sun appears vertically overhead at noon at the equator. Joseph Aspdin is the inventor of cement. Neurology is the science of nervous system. Biometry is the application of statistics in the study of biology. Aviculture is the rearing and breeding of birds. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium. Goiter is caused due to deficiency of iodine in diet. Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhosa. Black hole is a hypothetical region of space having a gravitational pull so great that no matter or radiation can escape from it. Fungicide is used against molds and fungi. The science which deals with heredity is known as genetics. Insulin is used for the treatment of diabetes. Yuri Gagarin is the first spaceman. The distance between the Earth and the Sun is called astronomical unit. The study of chemical processes in living organisms is called biochemistry. The first computer virus invented by two Pakistani brothers is called the brain virus. Severe deficiency of vitamin C results in scurvy. Plant cells manufacture their food due to the presence of chlorophyll. Mitosis is a type of cell division where the number of chromosomes in the daughter cell are same. Blood cells are of three types. The ultraviolet rays cause sunburn. Xylem and phloem are conducting tissues. Carbohydrates are cheapest and most ready source of energy. Enzymes are responsible for chemical digestion of food. Plasma is the fluid part of blood in which the cells are suspended. Hemoglobin combines with oxygen and transport to different cells of the body. Neutron is the negative charged particle in an atom. Hydrogen is the lightest gas. Mercury is the smallest planet of the solar system. Image of the object is formed on the retina of the eye. Barometer is used for measuring the pressure. Monomer of proteins is amino acids. Water transport in plants occurs within xylem. Underground horizontal stems are allied rhizomes. In the eye, only retina contains receptors for light energy. Plant hormones control plant response to environmental stimuli. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouse of the cell. The rate at which a current changes direction is called its line frequency or main frequency. Diamond is an allotropic form of the element carbon. Speed of the wind is measured by anemometer. Ligament connects the muscle with the bone. Polio is caused by virus. Neptune is the coldest planet of the solar system. Eggshell is composed of calcium carbonate. The most abundant element in the Earth's crust is oxygen. The main constituent of the biogas is methane. Stalagmites are deposits of calcium carbonate. Gigantism is the result of hyperpituitarism. The purpose of computer is manipulation of data. The chemical name of washing soda is sodium bicarbonate. The main constituent of sweet gas is methane. Blue color has the shortest wavelength. Glass is called silica. Ascorbic acid is vitamin C. The solar system has 8 planets. The second most abundant element in the Earth's crust is silicon. The fastest revolving planet is Mercury. Geysers are hot springs that erupt hot waters and steam from time to time. The first simple microscope was invented by Hans Janssen and Zachariah Janssen. Hot liquid rock beneath the Earth's surface is called lava or magma. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Ability of the air to absorb long heat waves from the Earth after allowing the short waves from the sun to pass through it is known as greenhouse effect. Computer works on the principle introduced by the Muslim scientist Musa al-Khwarizmi. Coldest planet of the solar system is Neptune. The rupture of the red blood cells is called apoptosis. Muslim scientist Al-Bin Tabari is the famous for his work on Firdaus al-Hikmah. Haploid cells result from the process of meiosis. All stars are not of the same color. The left lung has 2 lobes while the right lung has 3 lobes. The pulmonary veins return oxygenated blood to the right atrium. Our galaxy Milky Way is shaped like a large, thick concave lens with a large central bulge. DNA has a double helix structure while the RNA does not have a double helix structure. The normal temperature of the human blood is 37 C, 98.60 Fahrenheit. The liver is the part of gastrointestinal tract. The major fossil fuel impurity is sulfur. Sphalerite is an ore of zinc. The most abundant element present in the sun is hydrogen. The metal atom present in chlorophyll is magnesium. The gland responsible for the secretion of the hormone estrogen is ovary. An element used in the doping of silicon for the preparation of a p-type semiconductor is boron. A synthetic fiber which is a polyamide is nylon. Glycogen is a carbohydrate. The cell structure that controls movements of a material into and out of the cell is cell membrane. The unit that coordinates different devices of computer system are control unit. Mastication is an example of mechanical digestion. Botanically, a fruit is a ripened ovary. The vocal folds are part of the larynx. The famous book Al-Qanun was written by the Muslim scientist Abu al-Sina. The instrument used for the measurement of blood pressure is sphygmomanometer. A mammal which can fly is bat. A disease which is more common in men than in women and is hereditary in character is color blindness. Snow leopard is an endangered animal species of Pakistan. Cinnabar is an ore of mercury. Anabaina azolla is cyanobacterium. The nuclear reaction taking place on the surface of the sun is nuclear fusion reaction. Jabir bin Hayyan prepared sulfuric acid. The constituent element of brass are copper and zinc. The conversion of non-diffusible substances into diffusible ones by the action of enzymes is called digestion. Diamond is the purest naturally occurring crystalline form of carbon. Caustic soda is extensively used for making soap. When a person can see nearer objects but not the distant ones, he is said to be suffering from myopia or nearsightedness or short-sightedness. Marble is a metamorphic rock. Curie is a unit of radioactivity. The brown color of rust is because of oxidation of iron or formation of iron oxide. The movement of food through oesophagus is by the muscular action is known as peristalsis. Granite is a form of igneous rock. Cellulose is the main chemical substance in the plant's cell wall. Cell nucleus was first discovered by Robert Brown. Enzymes are organic catalysts that made up of proteins. Animals obtain carbohydrate mainly from starch. According to recent classifications, the living organisms are divided into 5 kingdoms. Glycolysis is a process of respiration. The unit that coordinates different devices of computer system is control unit. Seed is technically ripened ovule. ADH is a hormone secreted by posterior pituitary gland. Permian period belongs to Paleozoic area. Right kidney in man is slightly lower in position than the left kidney. Light is visible. Steel is more elastic than rubber. Pitch of man's voice is lesser than that of women. Diastolic blood pressure is lesser than systolic blood pressure. Guava contains more vitamin C than orange. A light year is a unit of distance. Mercury is heavier than lead. Kangaroo rat is a desert mammal which does not drink water. Aqua regia is a mixture which can dissolve platinum. The constituent elements of bronze are tin and copper. The deficiency of thiamine B1 causes beriberi, a nuclear reaction in which 2 or more than 2 lighter nucleus are fused together to form a relatively heavier one is called nuclear fusion. Diamond is the purest naturally occurring crystalline form of carbon. The hormone secreted by adrenal cortex is corticosteroids, cortisol and aldosterone. The 3 colors combination which produces the sensation of white light is red, green and blue. A 6 feet tall lady can see her full image in a 3 feet plane mirror. Vanadium, a steel grey corrosion resistant metal, occur naturally in oxide state. Fiber optics cable carries data in the form of light. Blue flame is hotter than red flame. The falling of yellow leaves during autumn is the seasonal time for plants to get rid of accumulated waste. Friction is necessary evil. Cancer can be treated by chemotherapy and radiotherapy. The velocity of a moving object is least where the pressure is greater. The largest planet of the solar system is Jupiter. The temperature of the dead human body on Celsius scale is 25 C, normally room temperature. The number of the spinal nerves in the man is 31 pairs. A primary cell cannot be charged again. Halos around the moon are formed because of the phenomena of dispersion. Muscle stiffness is caused by a disease called tetanus. Oil rises in a wick of oil lamp on account of a property of matter called capillary action. The 3 elements needed for healthy growth of plants are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Ammonium nitrate is not used for rice crop. Sea divers use a mixture of gases for breathing during diving. The mixture is 80% helium and 20% oxygen. Ascorbic acid is a water-soluble vitamin. Lipase enzyme brings about hydrolysis of fats. The solution of benzoic acid is used for seasoning of food. Influenza is caused by virus. The energy possessed by water in a dam is potential energy. The organ in the human body which is responsible for the digestion of protein only is stomach. Nicolas Leonard Sadi Carnot designed the first internal combustion engine used to burn low-grade fuel. William Gilbert was the scientist who asserted the Earth to be a huge magnet. The metal known as quicksilver is called mercury. Electrochemical cell converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. Yuri Gagarin was the first person to orbit the Earth. Water was discovered by Henry Cavendish. To stay in the sunlight while circling the globe at the equator, one has to move with a speed of 1670 km per hour. Infrared waves has more wavelengths than the red color. Liver produces bile, which is involved in the breakdown of fats. A secondary cell can be charged again. The study of human population is called demography. Human being belongs to species called sapiens. Defect of eye due to which nearly located objects are not clearly visible is called hyperopia or hypermetropia. About 60 to 70% of the human body consists of water. All of the oxygen that we breathe has been produced by the splitting of water during photosynthesis. The important ore of chromium is chromite. The measurement of rainfall is made by an instrument known as rain gauge. Oxidation means loss of electron. Poplar is woody raw material which is used for the manufacture of paper pulp. Rectified spirit contains alcohol about 95%. The famous book Al-Qanun was written by the Muslim scientist Abu al-Sina. Basic metals can be converted into gold by artificial nuclear radioactivity. One of the main functions of the Earth's ozone layer is to filter out ultraviolet rays. The alloy consisting of metal copper, zinc and nickel is called pectong or alpaca or nickel silver or German silver. The instrument specially designed for recording earthquake waves is called Seismograph. The electrical device which converts sound energy into electrical energy is microphone. The ore of mercury metal is cinnabar. The variation of blood flow can be heard through sphygmomanometer. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin. Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut who first landed on the surface of the moon. Kangaroo rat is the desert mammal which doesn't drink water. Heat transfers from the sun to the earth through radiation. Pitch of the cat sound is greater than the dog sound. Ultraviolet light is not visible. A guava contains more vitamin C than an orange. Sound travels faster in iron than air. Wheat bridge is the name of an electrical circuit. Morphine can cause constipation and lowering of blood pressure. A convex lens is used for the correction of the hyperphobia. The nucleic acids are responsible for protein synthesis in the human body. Entomology is the branch of zoology which deals with the study of insects. Beriberi is the disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1. Oil rises in a wick of oil lamp because of the property of matter called capillary action. The production of genetically identical offspring is called as cloning. Mercury is the fastest planet of the solar system. Mercury metal is 13.5 times heavier than water. Relative density of milk is measured by an instrument known as lactometer. The temperature of a human body is measured by an instrument known as mercury thermometer. Gold and silver are known as coinage metals. The amount of ozone in the atmosphere is expressed in ppm parts per million. One of the countries through which equator passes is Kenya. Max Planck received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1918 for his discovery of energy quanta. Bronze is made up of copper and tin. Addison's disease is caused by the excessive secretion of adrenocorticotropic Margala Hill is the branch of Himalaya range. Hummingbird belongs to a category called Androtherm. Insulin is secreted by pancreas, thyroxine by thyroid gland, adrenaline by adrenal gland, estrogen by ovary, cortisol by adrenal gland, testosterone by testes of male and ovaries of female. Japan is called land of rising sun. Rodenticides are used to kill rats. Venus, planet of our solar system, is called as morning star. The diameter of the earth is 12,742 km. Insects are invertebrates. Opium is found in poppy. Opium is used to make heroin. Kitab al-Manadir was written by Ibn al-Hisham. Speed of light is 300,000 km per second. Generators convert mechanical energy into electric energy. Dry ice is CO2. Telephone was invented by Graham Bell. Ammeter is the instrument which is used to measure electric current. Ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Total number of bones in human face is 14. The sky appears blue due to Tyndall effect. A, D, E and K are fat-soluble vitamins. The composition of the mixture used for welding is copper oxide and aluminium. Abul Sina al-Biruni and Ibn al-Hisham belonged to 10th century. Bakelite is not a thermoplastic. Hemite, a mineral, is the important source of iron. Bauxite is the mineral of aluminium. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Skin is the largest organ of the body.